Lithuania, a small gem nestled in the heart of Europe, holds secrets that will astonish even the most seasoned travelers. Did you know that Lithuania is home to one of the fastest internet speeds globally, surpassing even the tech giants? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. From its captivating history to its breathtaking landscapes, there's so much more to discover about this Baltic beauty. So buckle up as we embark on a journey to uncover the most surprising facts about life in Lithuania. Get ready to be amazed, because what lies ahead will surely leave you spellbound. Number 1. Lithuania was once a superpower. So, let's rewind the clock over 1,000 years ago. The name Lithuania has been around since ancient times, with its first mention in written history dating back to 1009. Back then, this region was facing Viking raids and pesky taxes from Danish kings. But fast forward to the end of the 14th century, and Lithuania was flexing its muscles, conquering a significant chunk of modern-day Ukraine. By this time, Lithuania had become one of the largest countries in Europe, with borders stretching into present-day Belarus, Poland, and Russia. This powerful confederation was known as the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. And guess what? It was one of the last pagan enclaves in Europe until it gradually embraced Christianity. Now, let's talk alliances. The Poles were Lithuania's ride-or-die buddies, leading to the formation of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth in 1569. Picture this: two separate entities sharing an army, currency, and laws. It was an unconventional setup, but it worked. The Commonwealth reached its peak in the early 17th century, becoming a force to be reckoned with. But as history often goes, things took a turn for the worse. Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania, faced devastation at the hands of the Russian army in 1655. Then came the Great Northern War, a brutal conflict that drained both resources and lives. To make matters worse, plague and famine ravaged the population, wiping out nearly half of the people. In a desperate attempt to salvage sovereignty, the joint parliament of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth adopted a constitution in 1791, drawing inspiration from the United States. But alas, it wasn't enough. By 1795, Lithuania's territory was divvied up among Russia, Prussia, and the Habsburg monarchy, leaving most of it under Russian control. Despite centuries of turmoil, it emerged from the ashes, reclaiming its independence in 1918. From there, it weathered the storms of history, ultimately joining the European Union in 2004 and solidifying its place on the world stage. Number 2, they love freedom so much they have 2 Independence Days. Did you know that Lithuania is so passionate about freedom that it boasts not 1, but 2 Independence Days? That's right. Let me unravel this fascinating story for you. Our story begins on February 16th, a date etched in Lithuanian history as Restoration of the State Day. Picture this: 1918. Lithuania throws off the shackles of Russian rule and boldly declares its independence. But hold on tight, because the plot thickens. Enter stage left, World War II. Those pesky Russians make a comeback, stirring up trouble yet again. Fast forward to March 11th, 1990, and Lithuania steps onto the world stage once more. This time, it's a declaration of independence from the Soviets themselves. Talk about a comeback story. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you trivia buffs out there. Guess who was the first world leader to ring up Lithuania and say, "Congratulations"? The one and only Dalai Lama. Now, that's what I call spreading some love and good vibes. Lithuania's journey to freedom wasn't a stroll in the park. From the 13th century onwards, this land has seen its fair share of rulers, from the Russian Empire to German troops during World War I. But Lithuania? It said, "Thanks, but no thanks," to both. Then came the turbulent times of the 20th century. Soviet forces rolled in like an unwanted storm cloud in 1940, followed by a brief hiatus when the Nazis took center stage. But by 1944, Lithuania found itself back under Soviet control, trapped behind the Iron Curtain. Fast forward again to the late 20th century. The winds of change are blowing, and Lithuania seizes its moment. March 11th, 1990, becomes a beacon of hope as the nation officially breaks free from Soviet rule, marking the second Independence Day on its calendar. So, what do these Independence Days look like in Lithuania? Picture this: streets adorned with banners, flags fluttering in the breeze, and vibrant displays of yellow, green, and red. the colors of a nation proud of its heritage and united in its quest for freedom. Number 3. Lithuania has its own scent. When we think of national symbols, our minds often drift to iconic animals, cultural traditions, or even historical landmarks. The United States boasts the majestic bald eagle, Britain takes pride in its beloved Sunday roast, and Germany embraces the delicate blue cornflower. But Lithuania? Well, they've taken it up a notch. Introducing the scent of Lithuania, or as the locals fondly call it, Lietuvos kvapas. This captivating fragrance isn't just any perfume. It's an initiative crafted by visionary entrepreneur Dainius Rutkauskas and a team of Lithuanian innovators. Their mission? To encapsulate the essence of Lithuania in a single scent and create a positive national brand. Now, here's where the magic begins. Legend has it that the inspiration for Lietuvos kvapas emerged from the very heart of Lithuania, the mystical Hill of Crosses. Picture this, a landscape adorned with thousands of crosses, each carrying with it a prayer, a wish, or a cherished memory. It's said that the collective energy and devotion infused into these crosses gave birth to the ethereal aroma that is now known as the scent of Lithuania. Move over, Chanel No. 5. There's a new fragrance in town, and it's steeped in history and legend. But what does Lietuvos kvapas actually smell like, you might wonder? Well, it's a symphony of scents, blending notes of fresh pine forests, wildflowers dancing in the breeze, and hints of earthy moss reminiscent of Lithuania's lush landscapes. Just one whiff, and you'll feel transported to the rolling hills and serene lakes that define this enchanting Baltic nation. Number 4. Lithuanians love hot air balloons. During those balmy evenings, Vilnius transforms into a living, breathing canvas, adorned with a rainbow of hot air balloons. It's a sight to behold, folks. And guess what? You don't have to be a spectator from afar. You can actually hop aboard one of these majestic balloons and soar high above the city. Vilnius offers the chance to dine in the sky, taking your culinary experience to new heights. Literally. Now, I'm not exactly a thrill seeker, but even I would give it a shot for the sake of a unique dining experience. But why are Lithuanians so obsessed with hot air balloons? Well, it seems like they just have a knack for flying. From airplanes to helicopters, they've got it covered. But when it comes to hot air balloons, they're in a league of their own. In fact, in Europe, Lithuania has the highest number of hot air balloons per capita. And it all makes sense when you consider the stunning landscapes and open skies that Vilnius offers. It's like a playground for hot air balloon enthusiasts. Number 5. Forests cover nearly 30% of the country. Did you know that nearly 30% of Lithuania is covered in forests? Yeah, you heard that right. That's a lot of greenery packed into this Baltic gem. And it's not just any forest. Lithuania boasts over 700 different plant species, thriving in its lush woodlands and wetlands. Imagine wandering through that, discovering all kinds of botanical treasures. Now, what makes up these magical forests? Well, mainly oak and birch trees stand tall in Lithuania's green embrace. But it's not just about their beauty. These forests are like nature's medicine cabinet, providing locals with medicinal herbs and plenty of wood products. Lithuania isn't just sitting back and letting these forests vanish. Nope. They're serious about conservation. In recent years, the government has cracked down on how the land is used and protected, making sure these natural wonders stick around for generations to come. And guess what? This commitment to sustainability has put Lithuania at the forefront of forest conservation in Europe. They're setting the bar high for keeping our planet green and healthy. Number 6. The world's best Wi-Fi. When you think of super fast Wi-Fi, what comes to mind? Probably not Lithuania, right? But believe it or not, this small Baltic nation is taking the world by storm with its lightning-fast internet speeds. According to data from UMA, Lithuania has claimed the top spot on the list of 20 countries with the fastest public Wi-Fi. And guess what? The United States? Well, it's not even close, sitting at number 20 on the list. So just how fast are we talking? In the US, the average download speed is about 6.89 megabits per second. But hop over to Lithuania, and you'll find yourself zooming along at an average speed of 15.4 megabits per second. Now, that's quite the difference. But what's the secret behind Lithuania's speedy Wi-Fi? Well, it's a combination of factors, really. From investment in infrastructure to forward-thinking policies, Lithuania has been paving the way for a digital revolution. Plus, with its vibrant tech scene and innovative startups, Lithuania is quickly becoming known as a hotspot for all things digital. So whether you're streaming your favorite shows or video chatting with friends halfway across the globe, Lithuania's got you covered. Number 7. The longest peaceful protest ever. Picture this. It's August 23rd, 1989. The world is remembering the 50th anniversary of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Now, you might be wondering, what's that all about? Well, it was a deal between Hitler's Germany and Stalin's Soviet Union, and it had some serious consequences for countries like Lithuania. This pact, besides being a non-aggression agreement, had something called the Secret Protocol. Sounds mysterious, right? It basically decided who got what when it came to influence over countries like Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. Fast forward to that historic day in '89, when over 2 million people from the Baltic states, including 1 million Lithuanians, decided they'd had enough. They wanted their freedom, and they wanted it now. What did they do? They formed what's now known as the Baltic Way. Imagine this: a human chain stretching a whopping 675 kilometers from Tallinn, Estonia, all the way to Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania. This wasn't just any protest. It was peaceful, it was powerful, and it showed the world that the people of Lithuania were united in their desire for independence. Instead of brushing it off, the Soviet Union actually acknowledged the secret protocol and declared it invalid. This was a huge step forward for Lithuania and the other Baltic nations on their journey to reclaiming their independence. Number 8. A country of storks. When you think of Lithuania, storks might not be the first thing that comes to mind. But trust me, these majestic birds are a big deal here. You see, Lithuania boasts one of the highest densities of white storks in the world, with around 13,000 to 18,000 breeding pairs. These elegant creatures aren't just your average birds. Nope, they're practically national treasures. In fact, the stork is the official national bird of Lithuania. They're deeply woven into the country's culture and folklore, symbolizing luck and fidelity. And let me tell you, if you ever find yourself wandering through the rural areas of Lithuania in springtime, you're in for a treat. You'll spot their massive nests perched atop poles and rooftops, like little sentinels watching over the land. But why all the fuss over storks, you might wonder? Well, it all goes back to Lithuania's agrarian roots. For centuries, these birds have been seen as harbingers of spring and a bountiful harvest to come. Imagine you're a farmer, toiling away in the fields. The sight of a stork soaring overhead would fill your heart with hope, signaling that warmer days were on the horizon and that your crops would flourish. And here's something cool. Storks have a knack for nesting near human settlements. It's like they enjoy our company. This natural affinity has only deepened the bond between Lithuanians and their feathered friends. Thankfully, Lithuania takes its responsibility to protect these iconic birds seriously. Preserved areas ensure that storks, along with other wildlife, can thrive in their natural habitats. Number 9. The Hill of Crosses. Nestled near the town of Šiauliai, this hill is unlike any other. Imagine over 100,000 crosses, each with its own tale to tell, brought here by pilgrims from all corners of the globe. It's a sight to behold, let me tell you. But let's rewind a bit. This tradition didn't just pop up overnight. No, it dates back to the 19th century, when it served as more than just a spiritual sanctuary. It was a symbol of resistance, a quiet protest against oppression. Even during the darkest days of Soviet rule, when they tried to erase this symbol of faith and defiance, the crosses always found their way back. It's like they were saying, "You can't keep us down." Today, when you visit, you can't help but feel it. There's this energy, this weight in the air. It's not just about the crosses themselves, but what they represent. Each one is a memorial, a tribute, a prayer whispered into the wind. Some are small, barely noticeable. Others, towering giants, adorned with ribbons, flowers, and tokens of remembrance. It's a reminder of the resilience of the Lithuanian people, their unwavering faith, and their refusal to be silenced. So, what started as an act of defiance has evolved into something more. It's a symbol of hope, of peaceful resistance, a place where sadness and joy mingle, where history and spirituality converge. Number 10. A land of basketball. You see, basketball isn't just popular in Lithuania, it's woven into the very fabric of the nation. Imagine this: the national basketball team boasting multiple European championships under their belt. And it's not just about the wins, it's about the passion, the pride, and the unbreakable spirit that fuels this love affair with the game. Basketball here is more than just a sport. It's part of who we are as a nation. It brings us together, it gives us hope, it's our second religion really. Now, here's a fun fact that might blow your mind. Lithuania, this small but mighty nation, has produced some seriously talented basketball players. We're talking about Olympic bronze medals, NBA Hall of Famers, you name it. And at the forefront of it all, the legendary Arvydas Sabonis, often hailed as one of the greatest European players of all time. How did this basketball craze begin in Lithuania? Well, it all started in the 1920s when the game first made its way to these shores. Meet Pranas Lubinas, the grandfather of Lithuanian basketball, whose coaching prowess led the Lithuanian international team to victory, snagging gold at the Eurobasket not once, but twice. Fast forward through the Soviet era, where Lithuania dominated the international basketball scene, clinching Olympic medals and Eurobasket gold like nobody's business. And get this, since gaining independence in 1990, the Lithuanian national team has competed in every single Olympics game. Talk about consistency. Now, if you're itching to catch a game while you're in Lithuania, you're in luck. Head over to the Vilnius and Kaunas arenas, where international club matches light up the courts weekly, and hey, if you happen to visit during the summer, don't fret. It's just holiday time for the players, but the love for the game never takes a break. And there you have it, folks, the story of Lithuania, a land where basketball reigns supreme. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep shooting for the stars, or should I say, the hoops. Take care and see you on the court.